If I see one more person online telling me how I can make $5,000 a week as a delivery driver or filling out sketchy online surveys or whatever else they're touting, I'm going to lose my mind because let's face it, I'm 53 years old and I have a demanding full-time career. And honestly, I don't think my 15-year-old car is looking for a second career as a delivery vehicle. I definitely don't need a frantic get-rich-quick scheme. I need a realistic sandbox. I want a creative outlet that I can build right now part-time so that when I do finally exit the corporate grind, I have something to look forward to. I want something that that's actually meaningful to wake up to. I feel like I've been working my entire life, honestly, because at 8, 9 years old, my grandparents put me to work in their store. I mean, honestly, Gen X childcare to the extreme. I need something. I know I'm going to need something even when I retire. So I'm taking a look at what there is out there right now, because having nothing on the schedule is a completely foreign concept to me. So today I'm doing a massive reality check on side hustles. I'm going to go through some of the most popular ones that I'm saying absolutely nope to, a couple that I'm currently trying out, and some that I have on a list that I would like to in the future. So we're going to grab a drink, find someplace a little bit more comfortable, and get this guy to leave me alone. He's been sitting here batting at my arm and has scratched me. So let's go through what's out there. A quick aside, if anybody would like me to go more in depth of the ones I'm trying out in the future as I get a little bit more under my belt, let me know down in the comments and I'll be happy to come back in a few months and let you know how it's going. Okay, Frankie has been played with, so he's a little worn out. Hopefully he'll go take a nap and not bug anyone else while I'm out here. I've got my water and my notes because there's a lot to go over, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So let's get started. So first up, I'm going to start with the stuff I've ruled out. Now, these may be right for you, but they're definitely not right for me, and I will kind of explain why for most of them. Let's start with gig delivery and ride sharing. So that's your Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Amazon Flex, basically anything that requires a car. My car is going to be 15 years old. I am not looking to do anything that's going to add wear and tear to it. I'm trying to make it live as long as humanly possible so that I don't have to replace one. I'm trying to save money. I'm not looking to spend additional money on my car. Also, the cost of gas is ridiculous right now. So I'm not looking to spend additional money on things like gas. So those type of side hustles are completely out for me. Next, no, I'm saying no to secret shopping. Now, I know I have a friend that's done it for years and loves it and has done really well with it. But again, they've been doing it for years, and so they get top pick of things. And so that's been great for them. It's harder to break into, and with my current schedule, I just don't see how I could make it work. And it's a no. Next one, surveys and focus groups. This one, I think there's a lot of scams out there you have to watch out for, and it pays very little if unless you get the right ones. And again, my schedule makes it tough to be, online to pick the right ones. So I'm not interested in doing those. Plus, I also spend 40 plus hours a week staring at a computer screen. I'm not looking to come home and do that and answer additional questions. I answer a lot of questions all day at work, so. Dog walking, pet sitting. I've done it in the past. I enjoyed it. It just doesn't fit in my lifestyle right now. I think it's a great thing to do. I love animals. But yeah, my lifestyle right now and my work hours, it just doesn't fit in. So I'm saying no to that right now. Airbnb. Yeah, I have enough headaches just trying to keep track of my own house. I don't need an additional home to be worried about. So Airbnb, just not something I'm looking to do. Oh, and absolutely no MLMs or anything in the shape of a pyramid. Just no. I don't think I need to explain that further. Okay, let's start with what I am doing. First up is the Amazon Influencer Program. That is where there's a lot of pieces to the Amazon Influencer Program. So what I'm doing right now is filming videos of things I own, uploading it to the site, and it shows up under products. That's the short explanation. I got accepted back in April. Did not know what I was doing. Didn't actually start working on it till May, probably mid-May, really is when I started working on it. So I'm really a little over 2 months in, 2.5 months in, I would say. So I can't really tell you if I think it's worth it. It's a lot of work because you need to be filming videos constantly and finding things to do and continuing with it. I will say, don't do it without a software. Like there's one called Viral View, which is what I'm using, and there's one called Oink. There could be others. I don't know anything about Oink. I definitely like Viral View and it has helped. But the Amazon Influencer Program is one that I'm currently working on. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. I'm giving myself a year to decide if it's worth staying with it or not, just because I am seeing progress each month. If you would like me to kind of give like a 6-month update and see where I'm at, I would be happy to do that. I think right now it's kind of skewed because Prime Days was like, so I went April, I got like 67 cents, May, $35, June, $700, but Prime was in there. So I kind of want to give like a 6-month update if anyone's interested in kind of the whole flow of how I'm doing it. The next thing I'm doing, because I'm part of the Amazon Influencer Program, is affiliate marketing. That's also going to fall under things I want to also try doing because I need to get better about sharing links. So if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, that's when someone shares a link to something, they earn a percentage. If you purchase from that link, it costs the buyer nothing, so it costs you nothing, but they get a small commission. And sometimes it's a very small commission, like 1%. So you buy a $10 product, they make 10 cents. So, but it helps out, and every penny counts. I've got to get better about learning how to share links because I feel kind of awkward with it. But yeah, so I got to get better at that. I also need to break out of the Amazon ecosystem for my affiliate marketing. I need to do more than just Amazon with it. There's tons of affiliate links out there for different things. So I got to look into that and get more involved with that. So that's going to fall also under, I'm not going to mention it again, but that's also something I'm looking into doing in the future. So the next big quote unquote side hustle that I'm working on, which I don't know that I can even count it as a side hustle at this point because I'm not making any money with it, but that's social media. So let's manage expectations here because I am making $0 at this. $0 is 0 cents. I post on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I am not close to being monetized on any platform. Instagram doesn't really do monetization, but the other three, I'm not anywhere near the levels where you need to be to get monetized. So setting expectations. I will be probably one of those stories is like, you'll see a video from me. It took me 5 years. I'm finally monetized. That's where I'm at. That's okay because I'm enjoying this. And if I get monetized sooner, great. If I don't, it's okay too. I definitely didn't set out posting on social media thinking I was going to be one of those anomalies that gets monetized in 90 days. So no, I'm okay with that. I'm doing it to kind of help build out some of my other avenues, having fun with it. It's a creative outlet, and if I eventually get monetized on here, great. I do genuinely love the community I'm building here. I hope people realize that for most people, building a presence on social media is a long game and not a get-rich-quick scheme. All right, last but certainly not least is what is next. All the things I'm looking to add to my retirement sandbox. The list is long of things I want to look into. I always have a list of things I want to research and look into. So let's get started. First up is UGC, or user-generated content. I'm going to read what that is because I always get tongue-tied explaining it. But anyway, this is where brands pay you to create videos or photos of their products, but instead of posting it on your social media, the brand buys the rights to use it in their ads or pages. This fits beautifully in with what I'm already doing, right? So I'm doing the Amazon Influencer Program where I'm already doing videos of reviewing products, or not even reviewing half the time, just giving a shoppable video. Plus I'm posting on social media, so I'm getting more comfortable in front of a camera. The thing I'm not sure of is, am I the right demographic for that? Is a brand going to want to hire me to create an actual ad for their product? I don't know. I need to do a lot more research here, but it's definitely something I'm interested in as I've heard a little bit more about it. So we'll find out. Next up is photography. I used to own my own photography business. I did weddings and newborns and family pictures. And then I also did like other stuff on the side. And I got so burnt out. it became way too much. And what's something I once truly loved, had a passion for, I ended up hating looking at my camera, and I eventually just shut the business down. It was a side business, part-time, and I quit, and I didn't pick up my camera for years. And the last few years, I've really started to miss it, and I've gotten back into it a little bit, but I want to do more. But I need to be careful that I don't let myself get burned out again, and I don't get too much into the tech and gear side of it, because I loved all the toys. I loved the cameras and the lenses and the lights and just playing with all the different things and trying out new techniques. And yeah, I need to make sure that if I get back into that, I keep the spending down, or at least make sure the hobby pays for itself if I'm making enough money from the photography to pay for new toys. So yeah. I've always wanted to create a children's book. I have a ton of ideas. I have notebooks of ideas. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe write a children's book, or maybe a series or a couple of different series of children's books. I never really knew how to do anything like that, but with things like KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, where you can just write it and upload it, and if someone buys it, great. For me, it's not so much trying to sell it as more as just getting the creative ideas out and down, and maybe someone buys them, maybe they don't. I don't know. That's something I need to look more into for sure. And that's definitely a longer term thing. I could, do it here and there and eventually publish those. Just something I've always wanted to do for years, like years and years and years. So maybe that's something I will look into doing. So now here are things that are on the top of my needs more research list, and definitely things I want to look into, but definitely need to research more. And that is, let's start with number one, digital products. Like, I have a lot of things I could formalize and put into something that could be a downloadable, sellable things, from photography to templates to, there's just a bunch of different things that I know I could eventually turn into something that is sellable. But yeah, I need to research that and narrow down to a niche of something from, because yeah, lots of ideas. Print on demand. Massive, massive world that print on demand is, but that definitely needs a lot of strategic design thought on that one. But yeah, still firmly on my radar. So yeah, I'm going to look into that one. Facebook Marketplace, or like Vinted or Depop, or there's a couple of others. We have a lot of stuff. I donate a lot of things, and I'm going to continue to donate a lot of things, but there are some things that are probably worth trying to sell. And so I need to look into that when my mom's finally ready to let go of her grasp on things. And then I have some stuff of mine that I could sell once the guilt of trying to get rid of things is not as high. But yeah, I need to look into trying to sell off some things. I don't know that that's necessarily a true side hustle, but maybe it is, because I know a lot of people do that on a regular basis, selling things. So yeah, okay. Next up, TikTok shop. I am definitely nowhere near qualified in the subscriber count. I think you need like 5,000 subscribers on TikTok. I could be wrong. It might even be more than that. I don't know. I'm nowhere near. I think I have 1,500 over on TikTok. But if I ever get to that point, then I might look into TikTok shop, because you can kind of coordinate items, and you could like make shoppable videos for both TikTok and Amazon influencer. That's the only reason I'm not really, yeah. So again, not qualified for it yet. I don't have the subscribers, but I might look into that when I get closer. So I'm keeping that on the list. And then the last one, bookkeeping. This is something that's more traditional, and it's been mentioned to me several times, and I've never said, nope, doesn't interest me. Actually, it sounds kind of interesting. I just don't know how one breaks into doing bookkeeping for other people. So it has stayed firmly on the let's look into it further list. So, it's there. I definitely need to look into it more. If anyone's ever done bookkeeping or knows, like, is there like a course you can take? Like, how do you like get clients? I don't know. It sounds interesting. So yeah. All right. So that's my lists. So I had planned to go inside and wrap up like I normally do from the closet of quiet, but Chaos Agent Frank was still up there, and he's still feeling a little feisty. He really needs a friend that's more his age, that wants to play with him on a regular interval, but I don't think this house could handle another Agent of Chaos. So anyway, that's where my brain's at right now on the midlife side hustle grind. Just experimenting, figuring out what I like, what sticks, what I can just add to my future retirement sandbox, and just, having fun, hopefully having fun while I'm doing it. in between, you know, work and home responsibilities and everything else. Now I want to hear from you. Are you in midlife? Have you tried the side hustle grind? Was it a creative outlet? Was it a complete bust? Is there anything that I've completely missed that I should add to my list? Anything that I should add to my don't even bother trying list? So drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see how things progress for me, subscribe and follow along and check back in and see how my next venture goes into my next side hustle, and follow up and see how the ones I'm currently working on end up working out. Also, let me know down below if you want me to give you kind of an income breakdown on how things are going and what my costs are associated with this, because there are definitely costs associated with what I'm doing, because there's always costs, right? There's always hidden costs. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and watching my video today, and I will see you in the next one.